This isn't just about lifting weight. It's about lifting expectations, crushing limits, and rewriting what the human body is capable of. From the heart of raw strength to the edge of impossible, the bench press world competition returns, bigger, louder, and stronger than ever. The world's elite lifters, one stage, 3 lifts, no second chances. Hundreds of kilos, 1 rep, to rule them all. Power meets passion. Muscle meets moment. This is the ultimate test of strength. Are you ready to witness history? Be there. Feel the pressure. Or stay home and feel the regret.
Welcome to the 2025 IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. Presented by Elecon SBD, we are live from Drammen, Norway. My name's Joe Whiteley. I'm here today with the one and only Gary Williams. And Gary, what a phenomenal competition we've had so far.
Yeah, it has been absolutely outstanding thus far. The level of competition this year, it just every year just seems to get higher and higher and stronger, and this week has been no exception at all. We're at the back end now of the Classic.
Final day of Classic today, and then we'll move into, I think it's 3 days of equipped lifting.
Yeah, 3 days of equipped. That's going to be just as exciting, if not more exciting.
If not more exciting. We're equipped lifters. We like the equipped bench.
There's always some excitement on the equipped bench platform. You just never know what's going to happen. Those shirts bring in a whole new reign of terror.
We have 2 flights for you today. The first flight will be the 93 kilo men, and then we'll have the 105s in the second flight. Quite big flights these are. We've got 16 lifters in the first, and that's your running order on the screen right now.
Yeah, there should be some good lifts here today. World record 245.5 for the Opens, 234.5 for the Masters 1.
Oh, we have a Masters lifter. It's Kimbek Gunderson. He's passed into the Masters this year.
Alan Jenkins, Australia.
Underway already, and here's Alan Jenkins from Australia in his first international competition. Big Australian team here today, and quite a lot of them doing their first international.
Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger, and interestingly, yeah, you're right, we've got quite a few doing their first internationals, so some new faces from last year as well. Great way to start.
Yeah, nice and easy for Alan.
And the lift is good.
3 white lights.
3 white lights. Next we have 165 kilos on the bar. The bar is loaded for Alzan He from Australia.
Next lifter out is Hao Shun-he, Australia, following his teammate. He's looking for 165. Again in his first
I was
international.
going to say, I don't recall seeing him in Texas
Yeah.
last year.
Been a few Australians in Texas, but not the size of the team we've got this time. Very nice.
Yeah, nice easy opener.
And the lift is good. 3 white lights. Moving up to 170 kilos on the bar. For the lifter from Switzerland, the bar is loaded for Hugo de Contender.
Another new lifter, new to us. I'm not saying he's just started powerlifting, but he's new to World Bench. It's Hugo Decottard, Switzerland, 170 on the bar.
Here's some good solid opening lifts. good opening left choices as well thus far.
3 white lights, the lift is good.
And it's good to see. People are putting in nice, easy openers, settle the nerves, get one on the board.
Yep, get it on the board, and then you can go
160 kilos on the bar.
hell for leather and see what you can do.
4, Liek de Graaf from Belgium. Here we go.
Rick de Groer, Belgium, 170 on the bar.
I'm pretty sure we've seen Rick before.
Yeah, it's his first world bench, but he's done
Europeans,
quite
yeah.
a few Europeans.
Just got a little bit out of line there on that one.
Yeah, a little bit of a J-shaped bar path on the way up. Just scooted a little on the chest.
Next up, 190 kilos on the bar on platform 1. The bar is loaded. 4, Jakob
Next out is Jakob Graf, Germany, opening with 190 kilos.
Noise man, Jakob Graf.
Making it look easy.
And yet again, 3 white lights for Jakob.
Got his support team in the audience today.
From Georgia with 190 kilos on the bar. David
We have had some big audiences the last
Yeah,
few days.
yesterday
Gabalea
the
from Georgia.
stadium was pretty full all day.
Here we go.
David Gabalaya, Georgia. And like Australia, they've brought a huge team to this competition. Had quite a lot of success.
Yeah.
Junior world record yesterday, Masters 1 world record.
Yeah, I think there's been more Georgians at this competition than any world bench I've been to previously.
All world classic. This is the biggest team I've seen. And it's great when it happens. After we went to Malta for the World Classic, the powerlifting in Malta just exploded.
Yeah, having a world championships can really make a big difference.
3 white lights, good lift for Gabalaya.
195 kilos coming on the bar. The bar is loaded. And we have Kashayan Farzam from Canada.
Kashaya Farzam, Canada. Getting into the big numbers now, 195. Did 205 in Texas last year.
Yeah, 195 moved well.
2 to 1.
Now he has a red card failure from a side referee. That's for elbow depth.
197.5. 197 and a half on the bar.
It's a
think
difficult
fine.
thing to judge from the side. From the front, that looked okay. The bottom of the elbow must be at least in line with the middle of the shoulder joint.
Here we go.
Arman Shadis, Latvia, 197.5.
And the lift is good.
3 white lights.
197.5.
No dramas so far.
Naoki Sugimoto, Japan. Sugimoto, Japan. Here we go.
Naoki Sugimoto.
Plenty of supporters in the crowd for him today.
We have a chant of Nico, more affectionately known as Meat Kun, Mr. Meat. $197.5 on the bar. Ended up with 195 at the Asian Classic, so looks like good progression, and that was easy.
That was an easy opening lift.
Yeah.
And the lift is good. 3 white lights.
3 whites.
Coming up on the bar with 205 kilos, 205 kilograms. The bar is loaded for Jarla Bjørgo Onarheim.
Here's Jarle Bjørgo Unnaheim, Norway,
From Norway,
home nation lifter. Looking to open with 205.
We've seen a few Norwegian world champions
We
crowned
had
this
2
week.
yesterday, didn't we? Marta Chenna and Fredrik Mervang. Nice and smooth. It's his first world bench since Kazakhstan in 22.
He's off to a good start.
Kim Beck Gunderson now, just passed into the Masters category this year. Been lifting for a good 10 years. We haven't seen him in a shirt for a few years though. Need to get in his ribs about that.
We'll give him a hard time at the back. He didn't move as fast as he'd like to
No.
have moved, but shouldn't be any problems. And it is, it's fine.
moving up to 210 kilos now. They are making the bar ready, and the bar is ready for Bugan from Ukraine. The bar is loaded.
Bogdan Bon now, Ukraine. 210. He was world champion in 2021, wasn't it, Gary? Lithuania.
Yeah, he's had a really solid career.
Took the bronze last year. Had the European record for a while at 228. That's moved on a little bit now. It was Emil Krastev that took that. Nice and smooth there.
Yeah, opener was easy there.
Yeah, no shame in losing a bench record to Emil Krastev.
No, not at all.
215 kilos, 215 for Leo Optinger from France. And the bar is loaded for Leo Optinger.
Léo Ottinger, France, 215. Only second international. He did Euros last year, got the silver medal with a 217 and a half. So I'm going to say he's close to his PB. He may have done more in.
Not
I know
sure
he's
what-
just adjusting
I think
himself.
he's just adjusting himself, yeah.
I thought he was off,
Just wasn't comfortable.
but a personal record on the international stage is a very different thing to doing it at a local meet.
Oh, great opener.
Yeah, didn't trouble him at all.
Keeping the bar at 215 kilos. The bar is loaded. The bar is loaded for
Youssef Eriksson is out next. Looking for 215 to make a start.
Here we go.
Matches his nomination. Now he is the defending. No, he was juniors last year, wasn't
Junior,
he?
yeah, junior
Yeah.
last. No, that's the other Ericsson that was junior.
Oh, you're right. I've got the wrong lifter. Thank you, Gary.
Oh, yellow card from the centre referee. 2 whites though, it should be okay.
17.5. The bar is loaded for the lifter from Mongolia.
Yeah, you're right. Youssef, he was silver medalist last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the yellow card infraction was for, but as we said, yellow card can be for a multitude of infractions.
Ogilbol Galdan. No, I think he was the world champion in Texas.
He's been lifting well for quite some time.
Yeah, so he is the defending world champion. 3 back-to-back wins in this class.
Can he go for 4? "39 years of age, he'll be hitting the Masters soon." It's good.
Made a good start to his title defence. Jonathan Henningsen. Now,
He was junior last year.
He was junior last year. Junior world champion in Texas and in Sun City the year before. Moved up to the big boys class. And he's opening heaviest.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's a great achievement to be at the top like this when you've just moved into the Opens. It's often a long transition.
Making
Smooth
sure
and
work of
steady.
220 there.
He sets the mark with that one.
Here we go in the second round of bench pressing for these lifters. 172.5 kilos on the bar. The bar is loaded for Alan Jenkins from Australia. Alan.
So Henningsen leads with 220 ahead of the defending world champion Galdan with 217.5, and we have Ochinje and Eriksson on 215. Already on the platform, it's Alan Jenkins for his second lift. He's gone up 10 kilos to 172.5.
That's a fairly hefty jump even in this weight class.
Oh, it went out of his hand. His
Yeah, I
left
noticed
hand
that there.
slipped.
Don't see that very often.
No, you don't. If you can get a front view of that replay, because that was going really well.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
really smooth.
172.5 kilos on the bar for Helzar.
His wrist
Yeah,
rotated.
his wrist is rotated.
Wow.
The bar is loaded.
Like you say, Gary, that's really
It's a
unusual.
lot of weight to be holding with that wrist wrap
It
too.
is. It is. Maybe an investment in wrist wraps would be a good plan now. Hao Shun-he, also Australia, also for the same weight, 172.5.
Strong push.
Looks good.
Gets a nice bit of leg drive from the chest, but then just slowed down towards lockout.
Switzerland. Hugo. Decotta. The bar is loaded. Hugo. Decotta. Switzerland. Here we go.
Hugo Decoted, Switzerland, 180.
Good second.
Yeah, very, very fast off the chest. Looked like it was going to shoot to lockout. but just
Slowed
had
down
to
a bit in the
put a
triceps there.
little bit of work in at lockout.
The bar is loaded for Rick Degrauwe from Belgium. Here we go.
Rick de Grauwe, Belgium, 180.
Rick Degrauwe.
He makes good use of the J curve. The way he benches there.
3 white lights. 200 kilos on
So what is that, Gary? The J curve.
Yeah, so there's a bit of it. There's a technique that uses the J curve. So rather than coming directly straight off the chest, you let the bar
Slide back towards
slide
the
back a little
shoulders,
bit,
yeah.
and you use that momentum that gravity gives you to then sort of push into the upward press. If you can master it, it can work really, really well. But it can also create the look of a downward movement too, if you don't quite get it right.
Jakob Graf, Germany. 200.
Easy 200.
Strong second attempt for Jakob. The lift is good. 3 right lights and he's happy. Coming to the platform shortly, David. Gabalaya from Georgia with 200 kilos. The bar is loaded. David. Gabalaya.
David Gabalaya, Georgia. 10 kilo jump up to 200 kilos.
Well, he gave plenty for that one.
Yellow card from the side. Now there's some uneven extension. That is no reason for failure in the IPF. You can lock one arm out then the other if you like, but the bar must not go down. What's that?
Actually, I think there was some butt lift there. Yeah, and the jury has overruled on that butt lift.
Yep. So that was no lift for Gabalaya. Kashia Fazam, Canada. 202.5.
Another yellow card there.
So we lean in for the replay, as does the jury. Now I think the butt stayed in contact. I didn't see
I
the
couldn't
feet
see
move.
it actually come off.
The yellow card could also be head lift. The grip is wrong. It's a catch-all colour code.
Yeah, there's a number of infractions that fall under the yellow card.
Naoki Sugimoto, 205. He's got quite the fan club with him here today.
Certainly has.
A little bit of jazz hands going on there.
I was thinking the same thing, and I thought, should I say that? He is certainly a big 93, isn't he? And strong.
Very strong. Meatball.
Coming up 207.5 kilos on the bar. The bar is loaded for Anand.
That's his signature move. Bicep flex, meatball.
Here we go. Shadis. Latvia.
Armand Shadis, Latvia, 207.5. Ten kilos up from his opener.
As we said before, it's a 10 kilos is a big jump even for this weight class. But he clearly trains for it.
Yeah, we thought he was a little bit slow at the top on his opener, but that looked exactly the same.
Next up, we have 215 kilos on the bar for the lift from Norway. 215 kilos on the platform. The bar is loaded for Jarla Unaheim, Norway.
Jarle Bjorgo Unnaheim, Norway, 215. We are in the midfield now. Next two lifters are on 215, and then we have 4 lifters taking 222.5 and 1 lifter taking 225. So we're going to have to get involved with lot numbers and body weight.
Yeah, it's going to come down to that very last lift.
Solid.
The lift is good. 3 white lights. Next up, 215 kilos on the bar from Kim Beck, Henderson, Norway. The bar is loaded. Kim Gunderson.
Kim Beck Gunderson now. 215. I just had a look to see what the Masters 1 world record was, and it's not far off the Open world record.
Yeah, pretty close actually.
Strong second attempt for Kim.
3 white lights and a good lift. Bogdan Bon, Ukraine. 222.5. I think we're just about at the weight we've seen from him before.
Yeah, I thought he'd done more than this in the past, but that might have been a few years ago. And, you know, I mean, that's the thing, powerlifting isn't necessarily linear.
No, you're right. He did 228, the Euros in 22. He's getting towards his top end, though.
Getting close to the edge there, isn't he? Has he got enough in him to challenge for a gold?
Well, he's done his job. He's gone to the top of the table, but there's 4 more lifters looking to come past. So now's the time we need to look at body weight. So who's the lightest? It's the defending world champion, has the lightest body weight, Galdan. And then it's this lifter, Leo Ottinger. And I think Ericsson. Yep,
Yeah,
Bon is the heaviest.
heaviest.
Bad luck in the weighing room there.
He's regretting having the extra couple of sausages this morning.
So that was Ottinger, France.
Oh, he made that look easy though.
Did.
It's a great second lift.
The bar is loaded. 222.5 for Yusuf Eriksson from Sweden.
Nice little twitch of the elbows to get under the bar and initiate there. Yusuf Eriksson now. Again for the same weight. They come out in the order of the lowest lot number first. Lot numbers being allocated randomly at weigh-in. But if they all lift the same weight, it's the lightest body weight that wins. Now that looks a lot like Bond, starting to get towards the top end.
Just starting to get there. There's probably only maybe 5, 7.5 in there.
Whereas Ottinger, he looked like he had a lot more to give.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here is the defending world champion, unbeaten for the last few years. It's Ogilbol Galdan, Mongolia.
He wants this one to look extremely convincing. Make sure everyone thinks he's got a lot less left in the tank.
Now, interesting, the 2 lifters that looked at the top end, Eriksson and Bon, have put in 230. The lifter that looked like he had a lot more has only put in 225. Interesting strategy. But here's Galdan.
Well, he certainly didn't make it look convincing. There's a lot more in the tank. I'm sure there is plenty more there, but
I think he
from
can
that, it
really
doesn't look it.
grind. But for me, Ottinger looked like he had the most to give, and he's put in the lowest third attempt. But you get 2 changes on your third bench like you do on deadlift in a 3-lift competition. So we have 1 more lift in this round, and it's Jonathan Henningsson, Sweden. Doing a smart thing here, he's saying 2.5 kilos ahead of the rest of the pack, because he's heavier than most of them.
Yeah, he's going to have to put it out there.
Not only is he heavier than most of them, he's got the lower lot number.
He
So-
really didn't get the best luck of the draw, did he?
No. So this is absolutely the right strategy. Add 2.5 kilos to what everyone else does.
Well, there is plenty more than 2.5 kilos left there.
I think that was the most convincing second attempt
Yeah,
we saw.
that was extremely convincing. Don't bother coming after me because I can match it.
I'd expect him to put in a big placeholder now
Yeah.
and just wait to see how the cards fall.
Yeah, I'd like to see him put in a placeholder so he has that opportunity to go last.
So Henningsson leads with 225, and we have a block of 4 lifters on 222.5. Galdan, Ortinge, Eriksson and Bon.
Yeah, and he's put in 240 as a placeholder.
Final round now, and here's Alan Jenkins. Now he had that.
It was
Yeah,
Alan that dropped the bar,
It
wasn't
was, yeah. Hopefully he understands what happened and why, because
Thank-
that was a scary fail.
it? Yeah, thankfully it was a forward rotation, so no risk of any damage to his wrist.
No, it's not going, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think that was a bit of nerves there as well. You could see him really focusing on that left wrist.
And when you put all your focus on something like that,
Yeah.
then you're not lifting with the synergy that you usually do. I think it was quite brave to come out for it again, because that was a scary fail.
It probably would have it probably would have scared me enough to scratch my next one.
Haushenher, 177.5.
Just
Not there today.
bit off a little bit too much for his third. So close though.
Gives him a best of 172.5.
Next up, 182.5 on the bar. 182.5. And platform, we have a bar. The bar is loaded. Take it out from Belgium. Here we go.
Rick de Grauer, Belgium, 182.5. Take the minimum possible increment from his second.
Yeah, he had a big jump from first to his second. And if I remember rightly, it was a bit of a grind. And just a bit too much there.
You know, even if your second, he was just holding his shoulder there. Hopefully he hasn't hurt anything. But even if your second was a little bit of a grind, there's no point not coming out for it. You might as well feel
you
that
gotta
weight
give it a
to the
crack.
bar. And international competition experience is invaluable. Hugo Decoted now, Switzerland, 185.
Oh, it moved so well.
Really did.
It just hit a wall at the top.
So you put an invisible barrier right
Yeah.
for a lockout.
Someone just turned up the gravity as it got to the top.
My failure point is right off the chest. So I find it fascinating when people get really nearly to lockout and just can't manage that last bit.
Yeah, and it's interesting how everyone has that different strength area. Some are strong off the chest, some are strong into the lockout.
David Gabalaya, Georgia. Repeating the 200 he missed last time. Was it butt lift?
Yeah, I think it was.
Needs to keep his feet flat on the floor, his butt, his shoulders and his head in contact with the bench. Went on the very P of the press there.
3 whites on that one.
Kept his butt down. Now we have an attempt change coming in, so we'll take a pause and just wait to see.
202.5 kilo.
Yep, it's Jakob Graf. Germany is going to take 202.5 to get past Gabalaya. I think he had 205 in.
Yeah, he's just
He just wants
dropped it down
to
a touch.
cover that position.
Germany, Jakob, get off.
Nice, careful
Looks good.
touch. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 210 kilos on the bar. The bar is loaded for Kashayan Farzam from Canada.
Kashayar Fazam, Canada. Taking a 7.5 kilo jump up to 210. This will get him up 2 places.
Yeah, it'll pull him up the ranks a little bit. And I think that was a good choice too.
So let's have a look from the side to see what that yellow flag was for.
210 kilos on the bar. For the lifter from Japan, Naoki.
Oh, there was
it was
butt lift.
ever so slight. Yeah,
Jury
the
has
jury
overruled. They are spot on the money today. The jury has a side view and a front view at all times. They're not just watching the live stream, and they have a very good view of the platform as well. Naoki Sugimoto, Japan. Got up 5 to 210. This will move him ahead of Shadis.
Now, is he Mr. Meat or is he Meatball?
Initially, it was Yusuke Suzuki that said, "Oh, meatball, meatball." Then he said, "Meat-kun." So maybe he has a range of nicknames. He's going.
Gets the lockout. Well done. 2 to 1.
Yellow flag. Oh, his butt wasn't down at
Yeah.
any point during the lift, I think. So, unfortunately, I'm just looking at the jury. Next lifter out, Armants Shadis, Latvia, to 12.5.
He's been strong today.
He has. This will move him ahead of Sugimoto.
There's been some strong weightlifters and powerlifters out of Latvia over the years. Some successful Olympic weightlifters as well.
Now that was a well-judged third
That was
attempt.
absolutely spot on, wasn't it?
Red flag for elbow depth from one side. So we'll take the front view replay for that one. I don't know how much further down they want his elbows
I'm
to
not,
be.
not entirely sure what the side ref saw on
I
that
wonder
one.
if the ref just accidentally hit the
I
wrong
think that was
colour
the wrong
flag.
button.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'd have been scraping the carpet otherwise.
Can't get much lower than that.
Kim Beck Gunderson now, 220 kilos.
Coach has been busy this week. Oh, just can't quite get there.
Yeah, I think Alistair McCall's been out just about every session.
Yeah, he's been very busy.
One of the more shouty coaches.
Yeah, well, if he shouted at me, I'd make sure I got the lift.
Now we are through to the pointy end. Here's Jarle Bjorgo Unaheim, Norway. He's gone up a whole 10 kilos, but this 225 will get him into the lead for now, with another 5 lifters still to go.
This is bigger than he's ever done before.
By some distance, I think. It's not moving.
It moved off the chest, but then just came to a complete standstill.
I do respect shooting for the moon, though. Because if you get yourself in the lead,
you might only ever get one chance.
yeah, the others, there's no guarantee that they'll get their
Yep.
lift because they're locked in a battle. There's changes coming through. There's 227. I just saw another change go on as I looked at the scoreboard. So it's going to be Bogdan Bon, for 227.5.
Well, this is within his reach. He has done this before. He looks strong today.
222.5 looked like it was getting close to the top end, but not absolutely maxed out. So if he hits this just right, that gets him to the top of the table, and then everyone else has a target to come past.
If you give Bogdan a sniff of a medal, you'll find an extra 10 kilos.
Took the bronze last year.
There
And
it is.
he's got it.
Great form. Stuck with his technique all the way through there.
Yeah. And he was fast to the chest, wasted no energy with that, stabilised the bar immediately. And that was the perfect number for him today, I think.
Puts himself at the top of the table. And it's up to everyone else to do their job now.
However, Leo Otanger, he looked great with his 222.5,
Yeah,
actually. He looked like he had a lot more.
It's interesting he didn't put in a placeholder to force everyone to go first. But maybe he sort of knows where he's at. And
maybe it's one of those lifters where it looks easy until, bang, doesn't go. At any rate, his 227.5 will move him past Bon because he's about a kilo lighter.
well,
There he
that
goes.
moved well.
He's in the lead.
3 white lights, that is good. Next up, 227.5 for 40 board. Well done. The bar is loaded for 40 board. Well done. Come on, roll it. Next. No more change.
That was a great lift from the French lifter.
The bar is loaded. 40 board. Well done. Come on, Mongolia.
Orgilbold Galdan now, defending world champion. Is this finally the day where he will not take the gold medal? 227 on the bar. He's the lightest lifter by far at 89 kilos.
Yeah, and I mean, he hasn't looked as strong as usual. His second didn't move as well as you'd expect it to. I think he's just putting the numbers on that he knows he can do.
And then hoping that the two Swedish lifters get into a bit of a scrap.
Oh, that's tough. He's picked it well, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely
I think
right.
any more than that would have been a failed lift and blown every chance.
You can get involved with whatever strategy you like, but you still have to lift it, and that was the maximum he could have got on the day, so that was a perfect strategy for him. Now it's going to be a Swedish 1-2. What order will they be in? First out, Yusuf Eriksson for 230. Henningsen's still got 240 in, but as soon as he knows what Eriksson's done, we expect that to change. This will get Eriksson into the lead. And it's not going.
No, just a bit too much today.
Wow.
So he drops out of the places.
One of the real contenders for the world title, and he's finished in 5th place. That's how tight this competition is.
Now Henningsen can only drop to he has to drop to 232.5, doesn't he?
Yeah, 232.5. He can't
There's
go to
the lower lot
230
number, yeah.
because he had the lower lot number. But he's looked strong today.
He has
I
looked
would
very, very
not put
strong.
this past him.
So this would push him up into gold, Galvin into silver, and Ottinger into bronze.
So he's done 234. Did that in Turkey for the junior world record last year. Junior European record last year.
So not that long ago either.
No, I'll go back again. It was the junior world record. 232.5. If he misses, he finishes off the podium. If he hits,
Wow.
he has the gold medal.
That's how close it is at the top, isn't it?
If I'm honest, I can't see him missing.
No, I mean his last two lifts have looked absolutely outstanding.
But the pressure of the moment, having to perform at your absolute maximum.
I
it was
thought
a
for a
fight.
second it was going to stall out, but he got it there. He's got a red card, a yellow card from the side referee.
Let's just hold our breath while we see that side replay, because he did struggle a little bit in the mid part of the lift. His butt's up.
It's off nearly the entire time.
Let's see what the jury are discussing it. Yep. Well, they're still discussing it. I'm not going to call the World Championship.
No, I think
They've overruled. They've overruled.
They have
Henningsen.
overruled.
I know it's an unpopular move. The crowd booed, but his butt was off the
But
bench.
it is what it is.
So Henningsen finishes in
4th, I think.
4th off the podium. So it's Galdan. Galdan wins again. Galdan is the 93 kilo world champion. Ottinger takes the silver. Bogdan Bon, the second time running, the bronze medal. Wow.
What an end to that session.
Yeah. I mean, the Swedish team are unhappy, but his butt was off. You have to do it to the
was off from the
technical
start
rules.
to almost the finish.
Arguably, he was the stronger bencher today, but you have to stay within the rules.
Yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow, that one, but just the way it falls sometimes.
In fact, did both Swedish lifters finish off the platform? They did, off the podium. It
I
looked
think
like
they did.
I called
they
the
did.
Swedish one too, and
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
did.
even make the podium.
4th and 5th.
Wow. Okay, we're already underway with the 105 kilo class, and that was Rubeni Karkusashvili, Georgia, for 180. Do apologise, talking over him. The drama of the moment carried me away. Leven de Sadelier, Belgium, 182.
I think there's 17 lifters in this flight. I believe it was originally 18 lifters. We had a withdrawal.
That was easy for Leven.
Next up, 187.5 on the bar.
Michael Dudley's not there. Michael Dudley was nominated in 1st place, and I
Yeah, he
cannot
was,
see his name on the scoreboard.
The bar is loaded.
So that's why we're down a lifter.
Yeah, and I think Michael Dudley had a pec tear a couple of weeks ago.
Did he? Right.
Don't quote me on that, but I think
Okay.
that's what happened.
Olayemi Josie Adiogun, Team GB. Looking for 187.5 to get started.
Oh, he's a strong-looking fella too, isn't he?
First international competition. Team GB has 2 lifters in this weight class. Oh, That bar had a long way to travel, but boy, did it
But it
travel
moved
fast.
fast though.
Your lift is good. Next up, 190 kilos on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Rolands Kalnins from Latvia.
Roland Kalnins, now Latvia, second Latvian lifter in this session.
Yeah, there's been quite a few Latvians here this week, which is really great to see. There's such a strong nation of weightlifters and powerlifters and strength sport, strongmen.
A little bit of work to lock it out,
3 white lights, the lift is good.
but not too much trouble.
Next, Wesley McGinnis from Great Britain. Wesley McGinnis, Great Britain. The bar is loaded with 190 kilos. McGinnis, Great Britain.
Next out, it's Wes McGuinness, and I can hear the Team GBs in the crowd. Opening with 190. I think this is the most I've seen him lift on the international stage. He wasn't in Texas last year.
Yeah, well, he wasn't expecting to beat this one up until a few weeks ago.
There was a late withdrawal, and he popped in just at the last minute. Well,
Look
he's
at that! What a great opener.
certainly improved a long way, because that 190 looked easy.
192.5 kilos on the bar. The bar is loaded with Paul from Germany. Paul Germany. Here we go.
A world open record of 248. Who owns that? Because
In the 105.
I know Soy's opening at 230.
Oh. I'll have a quick look, but in the meantime, this is Paul Varta, Germany, 192.5. The 105 record is Sotnompilji Enkbayar, Mongolia. Stood since 2019.
Now I just feel bad for making you look up a difficult name to pronounce. I did not do that on purpose.
That was a good lift for Varta, and we have Thomas TJ Gear, Canada, looking for 195 for his opening attempt.
Thomas Gear, Canada.
Didn't see him in Texas, but
He was in Sun City, I think, wasn't he? Or maybe not.
we've not seen him at World Bench. That's
Okay.
he's done a couple of World Classics. Lovely.
Yeah, he's a big guy with a beard. You just described 90% of the men here.
195 kilos remains on the bar. From Czechia. The bar is loaded.
Here's Petr Milichovsky, Czechia,
Here we go.
195 on the bar. He was a junior last year. I think he's just passed
Yeah,
into
just
the
popped
open
up.
class. Bronze medalist in fact, he was a silver medalist in the juniors in Texas last year. Did 200 at that comp, opening with 195 here today.
Three white lights. 205 kilos.
Good lift for him.
Next lifter, Stephen Ernest from Sweden. The bar is loaded. Stephen Ernest.
Here's Stephen Ernested, Sweden, for 205.
Quick lift.
That was fast.
Not wasting any energy taking it to the chest.
207.5 kilos on the bar.
bless you.
Thank you.
Here comes Paulius Morkvenas from Lithuania. Here we go.
Here's Paulius Morkvenas. Lithuania, Lietuva. 207.5. Easy.
Oh, look at that.
And the lift is good for Paulius. Next up from Hungary, Susa Oliver, 210 kilos. 210 kilograms, and the bar is loaded.
And we have Oliver Sousa now, Hungary.
Susa.
Very familiar face.
Yeah, seen him around plenty of times.
Still a junior, is he?
Just, yeah, got a couple of years in the juniors.
.210, moving very well indeed.
Yeah, made that look easy.
3 white lights, the lift is good.
Yeah, he was junior world champion in Texas. He's decided to throw in his lot with the Open this year.
Well, you know, it's not a bad idea. Really, it gives you the opportunity to benchmark where you're at and where you're going to have to go.
And he's at the standard. He's not, miles behind everyone else. Levani Matulishvili, Georgia, 217.5.
I don't remember when the last time I saw Varney compete. Was he in Texas?
He was not. He was in Sun City. Yeah. He's been doing the Euros, but it's the first time we've seen him at World Bench since 23, Sun City.
He's certainly strong.
227.5 at the last Europeans, so this 217.
Oh, that was a bit strange.
That was almost like he forgot to press, because it moved well once it got
Yeah.
going.
I wonder if he questioned himself whether he heard the command or not.
So let's take another look at that. Can't really see what's going on from the side. Ah, he got a yellow card.
Yeah, I think he questioned himself whether he actually heard the command.
Maybe. It's very noisy in here today. Théophile Lay, France, 222.5. Fifth place in Texas last year with this very weight.
Well, he's going to be looking at moving up the ranks this year. And that's a good way to start, 222.5.
Lovely.
Yeah, great start.
3 white lights. Next up from Australia, Nathan Young, 222.5 kilos on block. Nathan has some friends out there. Nathan Young, the bar is loaded. 222.5. Nathan Young, Australia.
Here's Nathan Young, Australia. He was the bronze medalist last year with 232.5, opening with 222.5 today.
Yeah, that's a fairly conservative opening lift, and I think it's a really smart opening lift as well. Get this on the board. Yeah, great opener there. Not using up a heap of energy, just getting one on the board.
225 kilos for Håkon Dreher from Sweden. The bar is loaded. Håkon Dreher. Here we go.
Here's Håkan Rea, Sweden, 225. One of 3 lifters still to go. The next 2 lifters both have 230 selected.
Now, last year we had a really close battle at the top in this weight class.
Yeah, you're right. Places 2 to 4 last year were the same weight, split on body weight. Wow. I kind of missed the lift there.
That
It
was
just
it.
it just
Was
ended up at
very
lockout.
quick.
Next up from Finland, we have Yuni. 230 kilos on the bar. And the bar is loaded. Yuni.
Jorne Tajaka, Finland. 230 kilos. Now, he missed the podium on body weight. If he'd just been a bit lighter, he would have been second.
There was
He was a little bit
nothing
heavier, so he
in
was
it.
4th. That's hard to take as a lifter.
And he's right on the edge of heavy today as well. He's 1 at 4.9.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah.
But you can accept someone lifting more than you. But
It
it always
it
hurts
hurts
a
when
little
you get done by
someone's
body
just
weight.
a bit lighter. But you have to separate the lifters somehow. We'd be here all day if you gave them another lift to sort it out.
The bar is loaded. Soy from Kazakhstan.
Vyacheslav Soy, Kazakhstan. He was second to Michael Dudley last year.
Yeah, he's a strong lifter. He's in Masters 1 too, I think. 1 as well, I think.
You're right.
He's
yeah, he
opening
is, yeah.
230. The world Masters record is 238.
I think it's his. I think he passed into the Masters last year. Let me just check that out.
Yeah, it must be.
Oh, it's not. It's Phil Wilkins. 238.
And Phil competed in the Masters this year, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Strong opener and the lift is good. 3 white lights.
So we might see him. He lost his. Phil lost his title. I think it was 3 times on the run he won, but he didn't
Yeah.
win yesterday.
From Georgia, 190 kilos.
It was a Japanese lifter. So he could lose his record today as well. Well, so this is where we are. Vyacheslav Soy, Masters lifter, leading the whole pack. Yoni Tayaka on the same weight. And Håkan Rea is in 3rd. Second round now, and Rubeni Karkusashvili, Georgia, is selecting 190 for his second attempt.
Oh, that's tough.
Can he get that left arm to lock?
I think he's
he has.
almost there.
Hard to tell
I can't
from that
quite see.
angle.
Referees say no. He's got a blue and a yellow.
So the blue card is either for down movement of the bar or soft lockout. In this case, I think soft lockout. So it's a bit hard to know which angle to look at this from.
Loaded for Lievich. Decided Belgium.
At any rate, that was no lift. And this is Leven de Sadeleer, Belgium. 190 on the bar. Tough
Oh.
lockout on that one.
Some tough second lifts coming.
Yeah.
Lift is good. 3 white lights. 195 kilos on the bar for the lifter from Latvia. Rollins. Colonies. The bar is loaded. The bar is loaded. Rollins. Colonies. Latvia.
Here's Roland Kalnins, Latvia. Only gone up 5 kilos. This is 195.
Looking better.
And the lift is good. Wesley McGuinness coming up from Great Britain. 197.5 kilos on the bar. The bar is loaded. Wesley McGuinness.
Team GB's Wes McGuinness is out next for 197.5. He's in the Royal Navy. He's a submariner. So he's possibly underwater when we were in Texas last year.
Well, he's a brick with legs, so I imagine he probably spends a lot of time underwater. And I mean that in an absolute compliment way. I mean, look at him walk out. Oh, tough one, but he gets it there.
Yeah.
Look, he's going to walk off. Tell me I'm wrong. Is he not a brick with legs?
You better calm down with that one, Gary. He has done 200 in the past. He did 200 at an English competition quite recently, but it looks like he's at his top end there today. Paul Varta, Germany, also for 200. The next three lifters have 200 selected. Nice bit of leg drive there. Oh, but was it too much leg drive? Did the hips pop up?
If you push too hard in just the wrong direction. Oh, tough call.
That is a tough call.
I think 50% was still in contact,
I
and
think there was definitely some still in contact. Jury are not in discussion, so that's fine. And I think that's right. He left a bit of his butt behind, so that's okay. Petr Milichovsky, Czechia, 200. Oh, that's not going. That just looked too heavy.
everyone's just pushing themselves to the maximum, and this is what happens.
But at least it's a bit cooler in the venue today. It's been baking hot the last few days, but it's really cooled down today, which does help out with the bigger lifters. Oluyemi Ajosie Adiogun, Great Britain, for 200 kilos.
His opener was like a rocket.
Really was.
Oh, he's hit the safeties there.
Yeah, coach needs to make sure those safeties are. Is that because he hit the safeties?
So he needs to check if those safeties are the right height. They clearly seem very high.
So I can see why that was failed, but he needs to talk to the jury about.
And Sheridan Ray is actually over there having a conversation.
Does he get another attempt? But was it the lifter that set them wrong? Or was it the platform crew? Because that's the crucial thing. They've actually got the weighing sheet on the jury table, which is great, because there's no argument then.
Well, Sheridan's there having a good conversation.
Yeah, I was trying to follow the conversation. Almost missed TJ Gear's lift, but that was 3 white lights and a good lift for him. Yeah, we're going to get another attempt. There's not much the lifter can do if they bring the bar down.
So yeah, it seems that it was a platform error.
Yeah, okay.
The sheet is correct.
So there's not much the lifter can do if you bring the bar down, and it is the safeties.
I'm surprised you still pressed it. I mean, just did a pin press of 200 kilos.
So here's Stephen Ornerstedt, Sweden, for 212.5.
And because this is the second round, he will get a relift at the end of this round. Yep.
And it's a big flight. That shouldn't trouble him too much. We won't have to put any compensatory time on or anything like that. That was a good lift for Ornerstedt. Pelias Morkvenas, Lithuania. Lietuva is 217.5.
good. 3 white lights.
3 white lights and a good lift.
For the lifter from Hungary, Sousa Oliver. The bar is loaded. Sousa Oliver, Hungary.
Oliver Sousa now, Hungary, for 220.
Here we go.
His personal best is 230. So this should look comfortable. It's not going
I thought it
though.
was going to move faster. He just seemed to get stalled at the top there.
Yeah, he's done plenty more of that in the past. And he's an accomplished bencher and an experienced international athlete. But maybe today just isn't his day, isn't a strong day for him.
From Georgia. Here we go.
Levani Matulishvili? Do excuse me, I'm stumbling over my words a little bit.
The big Georgian.
10 kilos up from his opener. This is 227.5.
He's just shy on body weight of moving into the under 120s. I think he has competed in the under 120s at one point. I could be wrong. Oh, just couldn't quite get it there.
No lift, unfortunately.
230 kilos apart for the lifter from France. Théophile Leg. The bar is loaded.
Just didn't want to go, did it?
From France.
It's an invisible ceiling. Théophile Lay, France, 230. This is PB at 230. Taking it here on his second attempt.
Oh, getting to the end point. 3 whites.
Just stalled out a tiny bit towards the middle part of the lift.
Takes the bar ready with 235 kilograms. 235. Here on the platform, the bar is loaded.
But the bar can stall, it can absolutely stop. It just cannot go
Yep,
down
as long
again.
as it doesn't go down.
Nathan Young. Here we go.
Nathan Young out next.
You
got
can't
the-
half tell he's Australian. with That many people yelling Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi in the crowd.
He's gone up quite a way actually. This is 235.
That's a hefty jump, isn't it? Well, he's done 237.5 before. I think he did 237.5 last year in Texas for the bronze, didn't he?
He did. Ooh,
Oh, it is still
What
going.
a
What a grind
grinder.
it is.
Amazing effort.
wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a yellow card from the side, so we need to see that back.
Next up, contender from Sweden. The bar is loaded.
His butt's down, his feet are down. That's
Yeah, I
all
think
we
he's
can see
okay.
from the side. So, yeah, but that was a grind.
He had to
What's he
put
got
a lot-
left for his third?
There is not much there.
Håkan Rea, Sweden, 235.
The
3 white, a good lift. And that moves him up to second place for now, but there are 2 lifters still to go, with Jose Adiogun still to take his second lift due to a platform error. So, Joni Tajaka, Finland, 2:37 to take the lead in the second round of the competition. Yes.
Oh, great lift.
3 white lights and he moves into the lead with Soy still to go.
That was a great second lift.
Next up, we will have an attempt at the Asian Masters 1 record. 237.5 kilos for the lift from Kazakhstan. The bar is loaded.
Vyacheslav Tsoy, Kazakhstan.
The Asian Masters 1 record. 237.5
This will be an Asian Masters 1 record,
in the 105 kilo class.
but he's only half a kilo
I
off
was going to say, it's just
the
shy of the world record,
yeah.
isn't it?
But he's smart. You can
Yep.
you can get in real trouble chasing records. So he's just running his competition. Winning is the
Yeah,
important thing.
you've got to look at the big picture.
Oh, wow. Now, he's in a great position because he's lighter in body weight than Tayaka, and he's got the higher lot number. So he can just wait to see what Tayaka
Yeah.
puts in, match it, and go ahead of him. And to be honest, he's got
He
tons
has
left more
got
there. Yeah.
so much more there.
So I would expect that Masters World Record to go next time. But my expectations don't always match up with reality. So we have a retaken second attempt now for Oleyemi Jose Adiogun. His safeties were way too high, and as you say, did a pin press.
Yeah, look, and mistakes on the platform can happen. These guys are loading and unloading, setting racks all day, every day.
Well, absolutely. If you've got
At
1,500
multitudes
lifters
of speed.
taking 3
Yeah.
lifts, that is you'd have to be very good not to make some mistakes.
Yep, and it looks
Yep.
like a good lift, and that all works out in the end.
So he's about midfield as well, so he won't have to follow himself or come out too soon. He won't get as much rest as he might have liked. So at the end of the second round, Soy leads on body weight ahead of Tayaka, and we have Rhea just 2.5 kilos behind, and Nathan Young, same weight, behind on body weight.
Yeah, Nathan Young just sticking in there close. He hasn't got a lot left though.
No, it was a grindy second, wasn't it? Rubeni Kaukusashvili, Georgian out to retake the 190. He missed last time, and it's not going this time either.
He's not going to get it.
Gives him a best of 180. So we move on to Leven de Sadeleer, Belgium. $192 on the bar. He's only gone up 2.5. But this will be a new personal best for him. And that looked like it was right on the money for attempt selection. 3 white lights, 3 good lifts. And a new personal best. Next out, Rolands Kalnins, Latvia. 200 kilos on the bar. We have 3 lifters all taking 200. Oh, I think his hips came up. Not absolutely certain. No, 3 white lights. Good lift. There's certainly some movement, but as long as your butt remains in contact with the bench, that's all that matters.
And the bar is loaded.
Petr Milichovsky, Czechia. Missed 200 on his second. He's going to take it again. See if he can get this one on the board. It's not going, unfortunately. Gives him a best lift of 195. Next lifter out, it's Wes McGuinness. For 200, he's gone up 2.5. His second was getting close to the top end though.
Yeah, he was getting pretty close there.
Now he has done 200 before, so this will match his personal best. His international PB is 197.5. And I think we count those differently to local meets.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, there's a big difference on a world platform. Oh, that was better than his second.
It was much easier than his second.
What
Three
a
white
difference
lights.
in that.
200 kilos for Wes McGuinness. And this is where we look at it sometimes and it looks like they're failing on strength. But they get their technique absolutely right.
And that's the thing with
up.
bench press. There's so much more than just being able to push a weight.
Paul Varta, Germany. 202.5 to move ahead of Wes McGuinness. In fact, to move ahead of both Brits.
Oh, it's a grind. I think his hips have come right up.
It's left and right.
I can see his hips moving all over the place. So
I'd like to see the refs call.
yeah.
Yellows, blues. Not quite the whole rainbow.
Almost.
As you say, you can see his hips shifting about, the bars going. We didn't quite see the bar go up and down in that, but it did in the lower part of
He
the
did
lift.
well to get it back to the top, though.
TJ Gear now, Canada. 207.5. Yeah, nice lifting from TJ.
That's a great way to finish, isn't it? It's not easy getting 3 from 3 at a world championship. There's so much pressure out there. It's not a club meet.
Team GB out next is Olayemi Ajosi Adiogun for his 4th lift of the day.
You know what? I don't think it's going to bother him.
I don't think it is.
Super strong, isn't he?
He's looking for 207.5 to match his PB.
I reckon he's got a big future. Just the strength he's got.
Great composure as well when things went wrong.
Yep.
Look at that.
4 from 4.
4 for 4.
Well, sorry, three good lifts and a pin press.
I'd call that a good day out at your first international. And he doesn't look like he's built to bench either. He's got long arms. You want a nice short upper arm and a big chest for a bencher. So the bar doesn't have to move so far. Here's Stephen Ornestedt, Sweden. He's taken a big jump up to 220. This will move him up from 8th to 6th. Oh, it dipped.
Oh, I think it did.
I think it
At
did.
first I thought it just stopped, but it might have dipped. He's got the blue card from the side referee. Centre referee thinks it's okay, so I'll wait and see what the
Jury
jury
is
says.
watching the replay. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that
it's ever so
dipped.
slight, but it,
Yeah. It was infinitesimal.
I think the jury could go either way on that one.
A few attempt changes coming through now. You get 2 attempt changes on bench only. So we'll just wait to see how that flows through. And I think it's going to be Paulius Smokvenes, Lithuania, for 222.5. This will move him ahead of the Swedish lifter, Ornestedt.
Morkrenas, Lithuania. Here we go. The lift is good.
3 white lights and a good lift.
Next up, 222.5 kilos on the bar. For the lifter from Hungary, Sus Oliver. 220.
Now it's Oliver Sousa out next, and he missed 220, seemingly on
It's
strength,
just, yeah, it
but
just
he's
looked
done
too heavy.
so much more in the past.
Yeah, look, and look, like we just said, I mean, Maguire's second lift looked really hard,
True,
and then just comes out
true.
and smokes his third.
And also, your training doesn't always go great all year round. Sometimes you're coming back from an injury.
Yeah. No,
But
just
it's
too
not
heavy
there
today,
for
I
him
think.
today, unfortunately. Gives him a best lift of 210, well below what we usually see from him. Finishes in 9th place.
227.5. The bar is loaded. For the lifter from Georgia.
Lavania Matiliashvili, Georgia.
Yeah, he missed his second.
He did.
Unexpectedly too, because
Yeah.
he's super strong.
He's going to take the same weight again, which I think is the right move.
Georgia.
That was better. It's just that grind there. I think he's going to get
can
this.
he lock the right arm?
Oh, no, he's just saw a dip there.
He was an inch from lockout on the
So
right side.
close there to locking that out.
So he finishes up with 217.5, 8th place.
Well, we've got the pointy end of the stick now.
If he makes this lift, he will come in second place. He will move up to second place. The bar is loaded.
Théophile Lay, France, 237.5 to move himself all the way up to second with 4 lifters still to go. We have a world record attempt in there in the mix as well. In fact, we have 2, a Masters and an Open. In fact, no, excuse me. Changes are coming through as I look at the screen.
Yeah,
we
they were
have 2
just
Open world record attempts in there. But in the meantime, here's Théophile Lay for 237.5.
Oh, just
unfortunately
not quite there.
Give him a round of applause for that effort.
Gives him a best of 230 and he finishes in 5th place.
Yeah, look, that was a lift he needed to attempt. I mean, it would have shot him up into a medals.
240 kilograms.
Well, you're right, we will have 2 world record attempts, but one of those world record attempts will be an Open and a Masters
Yep.
record.
But first we have 2 attempts at 240. Well, we have, there'll probably be changes, so let's say this attempt is 240 for Nathan Young. This will get him into the lead in the competition and challenge everyone else to get past him.
Well, his second looked tough, but is that because it was such a big jump? And now we've got a smaller
It
increment.
did. Has he got another 5 kilos in him? This is more than he's done on the platform before.
He's cut it fine.
Needs to get under that bar.
Just snuck it in there. Oh, so close.
Unfortunately
Not today. It's a big, big effort to get on the podium again.
I imagine the coaching staff's going to have a word about not cutting that quite so fine.
That was
Getting the start command with 1 second,
1 second.
to go.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. There might be. I've got this.
So Nathan Young finishes on 2:35, 4th place. We have our podium sorted out, but we don't know the order yet. Håkan Rea, Sweden, for 2:40 to get ahead of the pack. And I can see already that Tayaka has dropped his world record attempt down.
Smart move.
Yep. Records come and go. World Championship wins are forever.
Records are cool and all, but don't swap them for a world championship. Ah, great work.
3 white lights, and he's in the lead in the competition. So both of the other 2 lifters, Tayaka and Soy, have both now dropped down to 2:42.5. And Soy still has a change left, and he has the higher lot number. So if Tayaka misses, he can just take a swing at the world record anyway. But first we have Joni Tayaka. This is a European record, 2:42.5.
This is a European Open record attempt for the 105 kilo class. European Open record attempt, 242.5.
But I don't think the European record is on Yoni's mind.
No, I think that was just coincidence more than anything. Oh, wow.
Wow,
He
that
smoked that.
was superb.
Congratulations,
He moves ahead of the Swedish lifter now. So Soy won't get his opportunity to take a swing at that
all he has
record
to do is
today.
match him, though.
It would be foolish.
the bar is loaded. I have misspoken. That is not a European record.
Ah, but this does.
World
Yes, this does
This
take
does
the
take the
Masters 1
record, yeah. He's currently 238.
But again, as you say, I think that's just coincidence.
It is
What's
just
on his
coincidence.
mind is that
This
gold
is
medal.
the lift he has to lift to get the gold medal. And it just happens to be a Masters 1 world record.
Sitting in 3rd place. Would like to retain his... Oh, it wasn't his world title, was it? He was second
No.
to Michael Dudley.
Oh, I think it's good.
I think so too.
It
And the
is 3
referees
whites.
say 3 white lights. And Vyacheslav Tsoi is your new 105 kilo
You know what?
world champion.
Just as close this year as it was last year.
Yeah. Yeah, 2.5 kilos across the whole podium.
Nothing in it.
So there we have it. Vyacheslav Tsoi from Kazakhstan is the world champion with 2:42.5 on bodyweight over Joni Tayaka, Finland. And Håkan Rea takes up the bronze with 2:40. Don't go anywhere. We have the medal ceremony coming up next. And we have even more fantastic benching coming for you for the rest of the day. Join us then.
with participation medals. And those will be given by Mr. Xavier Verkudoha from France, our EPF treasurer, and Mr. Kaikai Mattila from Finland. Participation medals to each and every lecturer as a thank you and also as a memory of being here. World Champions 2025, Drammen, Norway. Few missing lamps.
And a round of applause for all of these gentlemen. Let's thank them for their participation today. Amazing lifting. And now, in the 93 kilo open class, the bronze medal goes to the lifter from Ukraine of 227.5 kilos. Hold on, Ukraine. Look at that, bomb. And the silver medal to the lifter from France with a lift of 227.5 kilograms, Leo Otillier. And the gold medal today will go to the 2025 World Bench Press 93 kilo open class winner with a lift of 227.5 kilo, the lifter from Mongolia, 40-year-old Contender. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Mongolia. Congratulations.